Recently, Shiba Inu experienced an urgent situation. Whales are going insane. The supply is getting low in exchanges. They've taken millions away. Additionally, this is the ideal moment to take a few zeros away from Shiba Inu. Will we finally see the long-awaited dream rally? Or what is the real situation? Alright, let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Please note that by the time you see this video, some rates may have changed. Financial advice is not included in this video. The price of Shiba Inu dropped earlier today. Indeed, don't panic just yet, however. As the day drew to a close, we did see some hints of green. Here's where it gets crazy, however. Shiba Inu are migrating off exchanges in large numbers. We are discussing a significant portion being removed, which often indicates just one thing. Somebody or a group of people want to keep it close. And there's a buzz among folks. Do they possess knowledge that we do not? Do whales use inside information to act? Could a significant event be imminent? Still, let's not getting ahead of ourselves. Even if this is a huge and undoubtedly deliberate action, it could just be a temporary disruption. We may be closer to a turnaround than we think, but let's take a step back and discuss what's really happening with Shiba Inu's pricing at the moment before getting into what could be next. The scoop is as follows. According to one researcher, Shiba Inu's chart doesn't seem to be doing well right now. There was no serious opposition to the price being smashed down. That is really unique. Additionally, it gave the descent a more abrupt sensation than it should have. The 50-day moving average was a crucial mark that the token had been trading slightly above. However, it swiftly dropped back below it, which cautions traders. The speed at which the rejection occurred is what is most worrisome. This kind of move implies that enthusiasm and momentum, rather than actual purchasing pressure underneath the market, may have been the driving forces behind the most recent surge. Shiba Inu was gradually increasing from a strong support level, and everything seemed to be going well. However, the volume and energy were insufficient to overcome the higher resistance levels. Despite everything, this is what matters. Shiba Inu is still a viable option, not close at all. Although Shiba Inu hasn't totally caught up to the wider cryptocurrency market, it's also not entirely out of the loop. In fact, the latter has been exhibiting some encouraging indications lately. The fact that such a significant retreat is occurring, maybe that's only the prelude to something more serious. Indeed, things have been unstable lately. This might be the quiet before the storm, however. Additionally, this can be a time to pay particular attention to if you already own a Shiba Inu or are considering getting one. This is just one more bizarre thing. An analyst just revealed something shocking. As it happens, the Shiba Inu crew has been covertly removing a significant number of tokens from circulation. Yes, they will be sent directly to the fire pit. There was a surge of exhilaration as large coins began to bounce back over those challenging barrier points. With all of that energy, Shiba Inu also received a lot of attention. The burn rate soared in a single day as investors watched and demand spiked. A 4-digit percentage increase in the burn rate is what we're talking about. And it gets much stranger. Right now, burns aren't the only thing generating noise. They're going crazy. Whales. The availability of Shiba Inu on exchanges is rapidly declining, according to reports. Nearly 700 billion coins were recently removed from centralized exchanges by whales. Yes, you did indeed hear correctly. Such an outflow is not insignificant. It is often not the case that whales remove their tokens from exchanges in order to sell. On the contrary, they're waiting, putting them in safe wallets, and locking them away. That is a clear indication of buildup. Additionally, it's not a simple maneuver. A massive net withdrawal of over 100 billion tokens occurred, even though some tokens continued to flow back into exchanges. That has the whole community talking. Here, we are seeing a distinct trend. Shiba Inu's pricing has been attempting to maintain a critical level. Additionally, although being a little shaky, it hasn't crashed. Whales piling up, big fires, and all these behind-the-scenes activities, however, are conveying a different tale. Activity is booming on the chain. All the indications seem to point to a significant change that is imminent. These kind of actions often indicate long-term thought on the part of major stakeholders. They aren't here for a fast flip. It is a calculated move. They're observing something. They may be preparing for a strong rally. To be honest, the community should be excited about that. Why is everyone so bullish then? Because prices may rise with only a spark when supply declines and demand continues to rise. Shiba Inu is displaying all the obvious symptoms of a major development. Big money players are moving, demand is rising, and supply is decreasing. That is sure to be a hit. This is when the exciting part begins. Do you recall Kusama's recent statement that he will be returning to work? And instead of saying it calmly, he seemed enthusiastic. He made a suggestion that he is angry, determined, and doing everything his all. And then all of this begins to take place. What's going on? Huge fires, raging whales, and coins flying off exchanges. It's difficult to avoid making connections. Come on. What do the whales understand that humans don't? Behind the scenes, is there anything going on? Is the group preparing a big announcement? Even if we don't know yet, every indication points in the same way. It's possible that the whales are already preparing for anything significant that may happen to Shiba Inu. The point is, you may not even need to give this a lot of thought. For what reason? Because it was previously put out by one expert. He explained what Shiba Inu would have to perform in order to reach the renowned $1 milestone. The skeptics have now been heard by everyone. Some people in the cryptocurrency space are certain that Shiba Inu will never reach $1. However, there is a passionate group of believers who maintain that it is possible, particularly in the Shiba Inu community. Da Vinci Jeremy, the well-known Bitcoin bull, recently shared his thoughts. He claims that a market valuation of over 600 trillion would be necessary for Shiba Inu to reach that enchanted figure. Yes, it is a crazy amount. Isn't that crazy? However, it doesn't stop there. Recently, Lucy, the Shiba Inu marketing team's spokesperson, posted a perspective from ChatGPT. Indeed, artificial intelligence is aware of this discussion and hasn't rejected the notion. Indeed, it said that striking $1 is not difficult. It will just need an ideal storm, a strong upswing, significant worldwide acceptance, and one crucial element: consistent burning. Let's dissect this a little more now. The market value of Shiba Inu is now less than 10 billion, and the cost is still much below 1 cent. It would be necessary to burn almost all of the supply in order to reach $1 without pushing the market capitalization to some unrealistic level. It's like 99.99% of it is gone. Only a few billion tokens, or about the same as the present market capitalization, would remain in use after that. And so, suddenly, a $1 price makes sense. This is the jaw-dropper. It is precisely this that we are beginning to see. Right now, the Shiba Inu crew is concentrating entirely on burns. They're not amusing themselves. When you combine that with whales consuming as much Shiba Inu as they can via trade, the image begins to take shape. The parts are coming together. The celestial bodies, their alignment is beginning. And if the community continues to burn, if this momentum continues to develop, and if the major players continue to accumulate, this forecast no longer seems so unrealistic. It becomes more authentic, and this is going to transform lives when, not if, it occurs. This might be a life-altering opportunity for many members of the Shiba Inu community. We're discussing the creation of new billionaires, Shiba Inu's continued strength, and its transformation into a real crypto powerhouse. The foundation is being established. The fire has been started. Let's wait and see what occurs next. The future of Shiba Inu is bright, even when looking to the future. The team continues to grow, not simply due of price action. Silently, steadily, and intentionally. It was recently put so well on Twitter by Lucy, Shiba Inu's lead marketer. Loudness is not a prerequisite for success. It's in the figures, the graphs, and the difference you create. You made a lasting impression if people are discussing about you. You've already lost if you're using somebody else's brand just to get noticed, she said. Shortcuts don't lead to real success. The outcomes reflect it. That's what Shiba Inu is doing at the moment. While others are chasing hype, Shiba Inu is generating significant interest from whales and ardent believers, burning tokens and expanding the ecosystem. This is momentum rather than noise, and it's just growing stronger. But how do you feel about this? Post a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.